So, okay, today we will start with the another topic, that is optical activity in absence of chiral carbon. So, first of all, anyone, what is the essential criteria for any molecule to show optical activity? What is essential criteria for any molecule to show optical activity? Yes.
नॉन सुपर इम्पोजेबल इमेज होनी चाहिए.
Yes, the only and sufficient essential criteria for any molecule to show optical activity is, or to show enantiomerism is, it should be non-superimposable to its mirror image. Okay, it should be non-superimposable to its mirror image. Or in other words, your molecule, it should be chiral. Okay, that's the only criteria. There may be, however, there may be chiral carbon present in a molecule and it may not be present in molecule. This non-superimposability, it's a property of what? Non-superimposability or chirality, is it a property of carbon or is it a property of its geometry?
Geometry.
Geometry.
Geometry. Superimposability or non-superimposability or chirality is a geometrical property. And any structure, when there is a carbon is there, it is non-superimposable to its mirror image because of its tetrahedral geometry with four different groups attached therein that make that structure non-superimposable to its mirror image. So the requirement is non-superimposability or chirality of that particular structure. Now there are examples where compounds known to show optical activity even though they do not have any chiral carbon present therein. They do not have any chiral carbon, but even then they are known to show optical activity. Now suppose you have a simple compound with chiral carbon, say CABCD. Okay, where A, B, C, D, and four different groups attached with this carbon. So you can write a structure like this. Okay, where four groups are there and it has a tetrahedral structure. Okay, so this has a tetrahedral geometry. And this tetrahedral geometry is non-superimposable to its mirror image. And there are two groups which are present in plane, one below the plane and one above the plane. So here you have this chiral center. You will say this is a chiral carbon or chiral center. Now suppose you replace this carbon, this center, with some linear group. Okay, suppose you replace this carbon with some linear group. Or suppose, in other words, what you do is you push these groups like this away from carbon. That means you hold this A and B, C and D, and you pull them away from this carbon. ਉਸਨੂੰ ਖਿੱਚੋਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ. What will happen to this carbon? This point. Suppose this is your point. Okay, this is your point, and suppose you pull these groups away from that point. What will happen to that point? It will get
Stretch.
stretched. It will get stretched. Yes. Suppose that is your structure, tetrahedral structure. So if you pull these groups away from this center, okay, अगर इसको खींचो दोनों sides से, so what will happen? This point it will get stretched. Okay, it will get stretched, or you can say it will get lengthened. And when it gets when it gets lengthened, so it will remain same. So it is A, B, C, and D. Okay. So now it is lengthened. Okay. This point is lengthened. It's not longer a point, but it get lengthened, and you will call it elongated tetrahedron. But its geometry, even though now it doesn't have any center, it doesn't have any point, but its geometry, it is still a tetrahedral geometry. And it will be called elongated tetrahedral. And this elongated tetrahedral geometry, it is still non-superimposable to its mirror image. So if you replace this carbon with any linear group such as say carbon-carbon double bond, or simply like this, two cumulative double bonds, two double bonds which are in succession, or with simply carbon single bond carbon, that is a linear chain that forms a elongated it. In that case also its geometry will remain same. Its geometry will remain tetrahedral, and it will remain non-superimposable to its mirror image, even though now it does not have that chiral carbon or that chiral center. Now, in this case, in this elongated tetrahedral, it will have chiral axis. Since your carbon, since that point is get stressed, so now it has a chiral axis rather than the chiral center or chiral carbon. So this point is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
And in this case of elongated tetrahedral, the condition for non-superimposability to its mirror image is groups present on each side should be different. That means A should not be equals to B, and D should not be equal to C. And here also you can also have A or B. That means group present on the terminal sides of this elongated tetrahedral, they must be different. Only then it will be non-superimposable to its mirror image. And this kind of things happen in case of allenes. Okay, allenes, alkylidene, cycloalkanes, and substituted by phenyls. Now, all these compounds, they are optically active even though they do not have any chiral center. But rather than chiral carbon or the chiral center, they have chiral axis, and they have a structure of like elongated tetrahedral, which is not superimposable to its mirror image. So let us discuss these things one by one. So let us start with the allenes. Now, what are these allenes? हाँ जी.
Sir, the chain on the C double bond C, C double bond C.
Allenes are basically cumulene, or they are basically consist of cumulative double bonds. They are also called cumulenes or cumulative double bonds. Now, what are cumulative double bonds? In case of cumulative double bonds are present in succession. The continuous double bonds are present, and simplest cumulene is your allenes, in which 3 carbons are connected with double bond. So these allenes, when different groups are attached at terminal position, like this, when different groups are attached over terminal position, so that A should not be equals to B, they are optically active. Okay, so allenes are optically active even though they do not have any chiral carbon in their structure. They are optically active, and while they are optically active, first they have elongated tetrahedral structure which is non-superimposable to its mirror image. So let us see how they have elongated tetrahedral structure. In normal tetrahedral structure, you have this situation, you have two groups in plane and another two groups, they are perpendicular to this plane. So one goes below the plane and another goes above the plane. So that makes this tetrahedral geometry non-superimposable to its mirror image. So two groups are in plane and remaining two groups, they are perpendicular to that plane. Now same thing happens in case of allenes. Now in case of allenes, these terminal methylene groups, okay, these terminal methylene groups, this one and this one, these terminal methylene groups, they are mutually perpendicular to each other. These terminal methylene groups, they are mutually perpendicular to each other. That means you can write this structure like this. So this, if this group is in plane, this methylene group is present in plane, then this methylene carbon is perpendicular to this plane. So this is like this. So both are mutually perpendicular. And since both are mutually perpendicular, now look carefully. You can see what this look like. What this look like as here you have chiral center. ਇੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਹੈ that is holding these two groups which are mutually perpendicular to each other. ਇਹ ਇੱਕ plane ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ plane 'ਚ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਸ ਤੇ perpendicular ਹੈ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ. Now if you look over here, instead of this carbon, instead of this center, what you have here? Here it is axis. Here it is axis. You can see it is stressed. Okay, you can consider it as a stressed carbon. अगर carbon इतो फड़ के खींच दोगे, it will get stressed. So it is like axis. So here you have a chiral axis. And this, due to presence of this chiral axis, and since these terminal groups are perpendicular to each other, mutually perpendicular to each other, that makes it as a elongated tetrahedral structure which is non-superimposable to its mirror image. So this structure is non-superimposable to its mirror image. Okay. Now next question comes, why these terminal methylene groups, they are mutually perpendicular? अगर वो इको सेम प्लेन दे विच हुंदे, in that case they it will be optically inactive. उस केसेस दे विच केड़ी सिमेट्री एलिमेंट प्रेजेंट हुंदा? अगर ये दोनों टर्मिनल ग्रुप सेम प्लेन दे विच हुंदे, इको प्लेन दे विच हुंदे, नाउ दे आर म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर. अगर वो इको प्लेन दे विच हुंदे, in that case उस दे विच केड़ा सिमेट्री एलिमेंट प्रेजेंट हुंदा?
Plane of symmetry.
Plane of symmetry. ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਚਕਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਕੀ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦਾ? Plane of symmetry, and that divide molecule in equal half, and in that case it will become optically inactive. But since these terminal groups, they are mutually perpendicular, एक दूसरे ਦੇ ਕੀ ਨੇ? Perpendicular ਨੇ. ठीक है. And due to that there is a no plane of symmetry, and that makes this molecule chiral or non-superimposable to its mirror image. But now next question come is, why these terminal groups, they are mutually perpendicular? Now suppose you have C double bond C double bond C. Okay, say A, B, A and B. Condition is these two terminal groups, they should not be same. What is the hybridization of this carbon? Carbon which is present over Hanji? sp hybridization. Okay, this carbon has sp hybridization, so it has two sp orbitals. that are making carbon-carbon single bonds with these two terminal carbons. And remaining, it has two unhybridized p atomic orbitals. And what's the orientation of these two unhybridized p atomic orbitals?
Perpendicular on this.
Perpendicular. So one is like this, another is like this. So these two orbitals, they are mutually perpendicular. And what's the hybridization of this carbon, this terminal methylene on this side?
sp2.
sp2.
sp2. So it has three sp2 hybrid orbital. So one bond is sigma bond over here and another two sigma bonds over here. And there's a one pi bond, and how that is formed? By overlapping between p atomic orbital of this carbon and one of the p atomic orbital of this carbon. And how this pi bond formed? By which kind of overlapping?
So
Sidewise overlap.
Side-wise overlapping. So these overlapping p atomic orbitals, they should be parallel to each other. If they are parallel, only then they can overlap. So this orbital and this orbital, you can see they are parallel, so they overlap over each other and they forms a pi bond over here. Is it clear? So that both goes in plane. This carbon and this group, they all are present in one plane. Similarly, this carbon, it also have sp2 hybridization. So that means it is like here, and it also has one unhybridized p atomic orbital, and that p atomic orbital, it has also to form a pi bond with this carbon. So that means it has to overlap with this p atomic orbital. So what will be orientation of this carbon to form a overlapping with this bond, this atomic orbital? It should be parallel.
Sir,
This one
parallel.
should be
Parallel.
perpendicular to this one, first one.
सर पहले वाले में परपेंडिकुलर हो गया
पहले वाले दे perpendicular होएगा और इस वाले दे की होएगा parallel होएगा. Only then it can undergo sidewise overlapping. So here this carbon-carbon bond, it rotate, and after rotation it become parallel to this second p atomic orbital. So it become like this to form a second pi bond. So due to this requirement of two forming pi bonds, what happens? These two terminal methylene groups, they are mutually perpendicular to each other. So that makes this. So one is like this. So this is one double bond. And to form another double bond, this carbon has to be mutually perpendicular to this carbon. So it rotates itself. So it rotates itself and goes mutually perpendicular to this one. So this p atomic orbital, it also rotates and it forms like this. So these two terminal carbons, methylene groups, they are mutually perpendicular. That makes them as a elongated tetrahedral geometry, which makes them non-superimposable to its mirror images. So that is why allenes are optically active. So is it clear? Can you explain अगर exam चाहता है why allenes are optically active?
Yes,
सर
yes, sir.
ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਪੁਆਇੰਟਸ ਲਿਖਣੇ ਨੇ? ਇੱਕ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਐਲੀਨਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ? They have what? Chiral axis.
Axis.
ठीक है? They are optically active not due to chiral carbon but due to chiral axis. And how this chiral axis is formed? By formation of elongated tetrahedral structure. And this elongated tetrahedral structure is formed so that two terminal methylene groups, सारियां structures बनाउनियां ने, two terminal methylene groups, they are mutually perpendicular. So one of these groups are in plane, another is below, and another is above the plane. Is it clear?
यस सर
Yes, sir.
And what is
Yes, sir.
requirement? What is requirement for allenes to be optically active? Groups present on terminal carbon, they should be
Perpendicular.
perpendicular तो ठीक है बेटे, but what should about this A and B? Suppose you have C double bond,
सेम नहीं होने चाहिए थे.
same नहीं होने चाहिए. Suppose to have this one. This one. Now, is it optically active? Is this allene is optically active? Here this
No, sir.
No,
sir.
No, sir.
Why not?
Same group. Is the plane of symmetry again?
There is a plane of symmetry. अगर इससे विच
Yes.
पास करो, there is a plane of symmetry, and due to plane of symmetry, this group, this molecule is not optically active. So for allenes to optically active, the group present on terminal carbon, they should be different. If they're same, in that case, there will be a plane of symmetry and it will be optically inactive. Now, same thing can be happen in case of your alkyladenes. Now, what are alkyladenes? Alkyladene cycloalkanes. So these alkyladene cycloalkanes, they are also optically active in absence of chiral center, and they are optically active because of presence of chiral axis, just like your allenes. So cycloalkanes means there is a cycloalkane type structure like this, and alkyladenes. Alkyladenes matlab you have alkyl group and you have a double bond. So if I put double bond over here like this, so that makes them alkyladenes. So in this case also, now in this case also, these two terminal groups over here and over here, they are mutually perpendicular to each other. These two terminal carbons, terminal methylene groups, they are mutually perpendicular to each other. So that makes them elongated tetrahedral. That makes them elongated tetrahedral, and that makes them optically active. So in this case also, what will be the requirement?
So chiral axis present होना चाहिए that.
Yes, but what is the requirement of these terminal groups? They should not be.
Not be same.
Same नहीं होना चाहिए.
Yes, they should not be same. So here you should have A, B, and here you may have C or D or simply A or B, but A should not be equals to C. अगर चारों different हो सकते हैं, but इको same carbon ते ऊपर terminal carbon ते ऊपर they should not be same. So that is the requirement. अगर दोनों same हो जाएंगे, in that case they will have plane of symmetry, and in that case they will become optically inactive. And similarly, you have spiranes. Now, what are spiranes? Or spirocompounds. Spiranes or spirocompounds. Now, okay, suppose you have this one. This is your normal tetrahedral molecule. Suppose I put a cyclic structure over here and cyclic structure over here. Okay, suppose I put two cyclic structures that are joining at the one carbon. Now, what will be orientation of these groups at terminal positions? What will be orientation of these groups which are terminal position? They will remain mutually perpendicular. Okay, they will remain mutually perpendicular. So what are spiro compounds? These are compounds in which two cyclic rings join together at one carbon. अगर तो दो cyclic rings दो carbons के ऊपर join कर दिए ने एमे, what you call them? Simple bicyclic compounds. But if they join at one carbon, decalene, yes. It's a decalene, but it's a bicyclic compound also. And if they join at single carbon like this, they are called spiro compounds. Okay, if the two rings they join at the single carbon, they are called spiro compounds. And since this carbon is of course is tetrahedral over here, so these two terminal carbons they are mutually perpendicular to each other. And since they are mutually perpendicular, okay, these terminal carbons they are mutually perpendicular, so they will form elongated tetrahedral structure which is non-superimposable to its mirror image. And again, it will be optically active, provided A should not be equals to B. Okay, provided A should not be equals to B. So is it clear or not to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सर
हाँ जी बेटे.
अगर अगर रिंग्स ओड नंबर ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਅਲਿੰਸ ਦੇ ਅਗਰ ओड नंबर ऑफ डबल बॉन्ड
अगर हाँ, yes, अगर बेटे suppose you have this situation, this one, or suppose you have this situation, this situation. So when you have a odd number of rings are there, or when you have a odd number of these double bonds are there. Now what will happen in that case?
ਸਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਟਰਮੀਨਲ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਆ ਪਰਪੈਂਡੀਕੂਲਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੇ.
In that case, these terminal groups they are present in same plane. Why they are present in the same plane? Because at this carbon they will go at perpendicular, but at another carbon they will move to the same plane. So here these terminal groups and here these terminal groups they will goes in a same plane. And since they are present in the same plane, so what symmetry element will be present there?
प्लेन ऑफ
Symmetry.
Plane of symmetry. However, they will be shown geometrical isomers, cis and trans. ठीक है, like simple carbon carbon double bond. इस केस ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ terminal groups ਨੇ they are present in same plane, so they show cis and trans. So in this case they will show geometrical isomerism cis and trans if odd number of double bonds or cyclic rings are intervening there. But if even number are there, simple allenes are there, in that case terminal methylene groups they will be perpendicular to each other, they will form elongated tetrahedral structure and they will be optically active. Is it clear?
यस सर.
Okay.
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move on. And next are substituted biphenyls. So what are biphenyls? That means two phenyl rings. They are connected together. They are substituted by phenyls. There's another term which is also called allotrope isomers. What are these allotrope isomers? These are isolable. That means you can isolate them. These are isolable stereoisomers. These are isolable stereoisomers that result from restricted carbon single bond carbon bond rotation. Okay, so in normal carbon carbon bond rotation, if there's no restriction is there, what will happen? This carbon carbon bond will rotate rapidly, and since it will rotate rapidly, the stereoisomers which will be formed over there, they will be not possible to isolate them. अगर मान लो थोड़े को कन्फर्मेशंस ने कन्फर्मेशंस ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਡਿਵਾਈਡ ਕਰਦੇ हैं, इक्लिप्स, स्टैगर्ड, एंटी, गाउच. ठीक है, so these conformations एक दूसरे च किਵੇਂ ਕਨਵਰਟ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ by rotation around
सिंगल बॉन्ड.
ਕਾਰਬਨ
Single bond.
ਕਾਰਬਨ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਬੌਂਡ। ਔਰ ਇਹ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਬੌਂਡ ਦੇ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ ਰੋਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਇੰਨੀ ਫਾਸਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕਨਫਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਆਈਸੋਲੇਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਇਕਲਿਪਸਡ ਕਨਫਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਆਈਸੋਲੇਟ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਇਕਲਿਪਸਡ ਕਨਫਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਿਸ ਬਣ ਜਾਏਗੀ, ਸਟੈਗਰਡ ਫਾਰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਔਰ ਰੈਪਿਡਲੀ ਇੰਟਰਚੇਂਜ ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਬਟ ਕੁਝ ਕੇਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਬੌਂਡ ਰੋਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਰਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟਡ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, we can isolate those stereoisomers and that are called tropisomers. So what are tropisomers? These are isolable stereoisomers that result from restricted carbon carbon bond rotation. Is it clear?
Yes.
Or
Yes, sir.
when we are discussing chiral axis, now since we are discussing chiral axis, in chiral axis what we have an axis, and due to that axis your structure geometry become which? अगर the chiral center है तो geometry की होगी tetrahedral, but if you have a chiral axis, in that case geometry will be
Elongated.
Elongated tetrahedral.
tetrahedral structure. And two terminal groups they will be mutually perpendicular to each other. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now if you have a simple biphenyl, if you have this biphenyl, now what will be orientation of these two phenyl groups with respect to each other? What will be orientation?
Parallel.
Sir,
Parallel.
Why? Why parallel? Why not perpendicular? Why not
perpendicular.
Now you can see there is a carbon-carbon single bond over here that is connecting these two biphenyl rings. And since there is a carbon-carbon single bond, both rings, they will rotate very rapidly. ठीक है ना, दोनों rings की करनगियां बहुत ही rapidly rotate करनगियां, and they will have all possible conformations, all possible orientations with respect to each other. दोनों rings की कर रही हैं, rotate कर रही हैं, ठीक है ना। It is
Yes, sir.
fixed. ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਵੀ parallel ਨੇ ਜਾਂ perpendicular ਨੇ, दोनों rings की कर रही हैं, they are rotating, and because of that they exist in all possible orientations. आई बात समझ के नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But suppose if we put a very bulky group at ortho position here and here also, and both groups are different. Suppose if we put a very bulky group over ortho position of both phenyl groups, what will happen to their free rotation?
Sir, restrict हो जाएगी rotation.
Free rotation restrict हो जाएगी। जब ये ऊपर ਨੂੰ जाएगा, it will observe the steric hindrance because of the another group, so it can't rotate freely. So because of presence of this bulky group over ortho position, free rotation is now restricted. So now free rotation is now restricted. So what will be their most favorable orientation with respect to each other to avoid steric hindrance?
Sir, anti हो जाएंगे. Perpendicular but anti.
They will be at maximum distance, and now both of these rings, they are mutually perpendicular to each other, and now they have chiral axis, due to which they are non-superimposable to their mirror image, and they become chiral and optically active. So in case of biphenyls, when these biphenyls are substituted by a bulky group over ortho position, their free rotation become restricted, and both phenyl rings, they move mutually perpendicular to each other. They become elongated tetrahedral. They have now chiral axis. They become non-superimposable to mirror image, and they become chiral. This point is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let us see the conditions. Okay, conditions for a biphenyl to be optically active to exhibit enantiomerism. Now the very first condition is each ring should be substituted by bulky group at which position?
Ortho.
Ortho.
At ortho position. अगर ortho position the bulky group होएगा, only then it will have effect, steric effect. Okay. And second condition is each ring must be unsymmetrically substituted. अगर सिमेट्रिकली सब्स्टिट्यूटेड होएगी तो उस ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ?
Symmetry.
Symmetry. ठीक है, so these conditions must be satisfied. So beta, I have less than 1 minute. You have to again rejoin. I am ending this meeting and you have to rejoin so that we can finish this topic.
Okay, sir.